Hi, my name is Marcel Clark, Chief Group Executive with Millennium Strategic Investments. Back in 2008, we started this company between myself and my partner Shannon Young. I've owned a number of companies over the past decade. I've actually liquidated those companies for millions of dollars. However, real estate investing was a true challenge. I had to figure out a lot of different avenues before we could make our company a success. So since we've been able to provide really good returns for our investors over the years, we thought it would be great if we could take this opportunity to teach you the do's and don'ts in the real estate investment game. And I also wanted to talk to you about future investment opportunities that you might have with Millennium Strategic Investments. So let's get started. Here are my top 3 things you really need to understand before you even think about becoming a real estate investor. Number 1, you must put together a very strong team. Your team is going to be comprised of a couple of different people. You're going to have wholesalers, you're going to have realtors, you're going to have an acquisitions analyst, and you're going to have contractors. All 4 are very important, and you have to have a really good relationship with them because they are, in essence, your business. And if in fact you don't have a strong team, then you're susceptible to failure. There are so many ways you can lose if in fact you don't have these individuals. Now let's keep in mind, you don't have to hire them. You don't have to have them on payroll. They just need to be made available to you. So when opportunities present themselves, you can pull them all together to help you become more successful. Number 2 is an intangible, perseverance and grit. Okay? When we first started my very first deal, I put down $15,000 for my first earnest money deposit, and guess what? Lost it. We actually went to the property and found out that the structural engineer said it was going to cost us thousands and thousands of dollars beyond what we anticipated to actually make the deal come to fruition. So expensive, we had to walk away. That's our very first deal. But at that moment, you could either fail and quit and move on, or can figure out what went wrong and move forward. There are going to be many times where you're going to fail in this business, okay? Those television shows about I just made $60,000 on my first deal, not really realistic, okay? You have to understand the fundamentals of the business before you can be successful. So therefore, always be willing to push through it because you're going to be challenged on a whole lot of different levels. And then lastly, become an expert. If you are not an expert in your field, you will not be respected, okay? There are so many things that you need to understand about real estate investing, and if you don't take the time to learn these fundamentals, then you're not going to be a winner because you're not going to understand these fundamental tenets of the business, okay? For instance, what is after repair value, okay? Very good question, because if in fact you don't have the right ARV in any deal, forget about it. That means your numbers are going to be all off and you're not going to project any kind of revenues and you're not going to make a profit. When we first started the business, I actually used to always be out in the field. And when I was in the field and I would visit our properties, I would run into general contractors all the time. And guess what? They had questions for me. And you know why they had questions for me? Because they want to make sure that they deliver a solid product. And if something is going wrong or if something does go wrong, they want to make sure that they can say that they consulted with me to ensure whatever the outcome is favorable. And guess what? They're asking me about site plans, where electrical outlets can go. If you don't understand these things, then you're not going to be able to be effective. So again, learn the craft and become an expert. All right, that was my top 3. If you have any questions or you have any comments, please visit msiinvestments.net or you can email me directly at marcel@msiinvestments.net. Between now and the next time I see you, be a smart investor.